Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about how a real-time CPU scheduling is done with priority and preemption basis, and how this preemption and priority helps in service the critical real-time processes over the non-critical processes. What are the advantages, what is a periodic process, and what is admission control algorithm? It is very important in a real-time system to service the real-time process as soon as it requires the CPU for allocation. As a result, the scheduler must use a priority-based algorithm with preemption. In a priority-based algorithm, a process is assigned with a priority depending on its importance. A high important process is dependent with a high priority, and a low important process is assigned a low priority. Along with the preemption, which is done that when a process is running and a high priority process appears in the CPU to be executed, then it preempts the running process to finish its execution. In this way, priority-based algorithm with preemption can help in real-time CPU scheduling. In each of the operating system, Linux, Windows, Mac OS X or Solaris provide the real-time processes to be higher security and high priority among the other processes. Now, for example, Windows have 32 different levels of priority, whereas the highest priority of 16 to 31 are reserved for the real-time processes. Also, Solaris and Linux has same prioritization schemes. Now, till now, what we have talked about is the soft real-time CPU scheduling. For hard real-time CPU scheduling, along with the priority and preemption-based algorithm, it must be chosen for the priority to complete its process by the deadline requirement too. Now, to have these scheduling features, we need some additional requirements and specification to add on to the priority-based algorithm. Now, before the processor to be scheduled, there are some definition characteristics which are to be determined of the process. The first one is the process needs to be periodic. That is, the CPU burst of a process should be interleaved by a constant interval of time. For example, a process of having a processing time T and a deadline D, which is to be timelined to be performed by the time the CPU burst is finished. And the real-time hard real-time system is requiring that we should finish the CPU burst within that deadline D. And it will be arriving again in a period of P. Now, the relation between this T, D and P is 0 less than T less than D less than P. That is, the processing time should be greater than 0, should less than the deadline, and the deadline should less than the periods. Now, the rate of the processing task for waiting is the 1 by P. Now, the scheduler can take advantage of this periodic scheme and assign the priority according to either the rate requirement or the dependence of the deadline. What is unusual about this algorithm is that the process should be then declared or announce its deadline requirements to the schedulers beforehand. In this way, an algorithm known as the admission control algorithm can perform in two ways. The first one is it can admit a process by guaranteeing that this process can be serviced its CPU burst by the deadline requirement, or it can reject the process as impossible if it cannot guarantee that it can be serviced within the deadline requirement. In this way, priority-based algorithm with preemption along with the admission control and periodic scheme can help in the real-time CPU scheduling become more smoother and reliable. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned with Ekeeda and subscribe to Ekeeda.